guys, it's Dale Walker, Holeshot Performance. How you doing? Yeah, Rip's gone, so we're going to start on the cafe, Mr. Green behind me here. But I got a kind of little crossroads in my life right now. So going to be 65 in August. Sooner or later I'm going to retire, but hopefully I'm not going to do that for another, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years, 1 year, I don't know. But as you may or may not know, that the EPA now is coming down hard on all the automotive, diesel, and car tuning shops. And trust me, motorcycles are in that same exact bill that they're doing right now. So it's going to look like all the headers that I produce are going to be gone. I won't be selling any full systems. I probably sell my slip-on back halves. It's kind of a scary time for everybody that makes performance parts for sure. And me being a small little company, it's even worse. So I had my tuner completely ready, and of course my bike, is off-road use only, not registered. When somebody does buy performance parts from Holeshot Performance, they do sign a release form that I have made that they're aware and acknowledging that the parts you're buying from us are going to be used at the racetrack only, closed course. But they're going to come after everybody for anything. Supposedly, even as long as your car or motorcycle has a VIN number, it can no longer be modified. SEMA is the head organization going to fight against this for more fair treatment of modifications that can be used on the track and all that good stuff. And what I'll do at the end of this video, I'll add a link. They have it on their website on SEMA. It's the RPM Act. And anyway, so everybody's kind of in limbo. So what I may do, I'm still going to tune my own motorcycle. It's in my dyno. It's not on the street. I'm going to see what I can get out of it. I may not go with my tuner just because all this stuff just went down on the internet. It's all over YouTube right now. If you look it up, just EPA tuning restrictions, blah, blah, blah. So who knows? I may contact a couple of the top people that flash the ECUs and may work with me, do my own tune for what I want to do to the airbox. I'm going to open up the airbox. I'm going to put the 2 other velocity stacks in it to make them all equal length, K&N filter, and some other little tweaks. So, because I won't be selling the tuner and I won't be doing a flash. But at least I can show you what you can get out of one of these and kind of the direction I went, and then you can do whatever you want. So, yeah, it's troubled times, man. I mean, I'm a racer and a tuner. Most of you know my history goes way back in the late 70s all the way through the mid 90s. And that's my passion. That's what I've done my whole life, man. So it's like pulling it all right from under you, when you make your living at it, that's it. So it's pretty depressing, but we have to just march on. So what I'll probably end up doing is selling the chassis parts and more stuff like that for as long as I still want to keep the company open. And maybe I'll start a YouTube thing, Right now mine doesn't make any money. I just do it for fun. I'm a total amateur. You already know that. And, but maybe I'll just do riding videos and fun stuff, I'm about to have some fun anyway. I've done this my whole life, 40 years now, so time for Dale to have a little more fun and less stress for sure. So, but anyway, another thing I was making this video about is the Lextek header on the bike is a beautiful piece, but they just continued the Z900, which I have the mid-pipe on the back here. And the other mid-pipe that comes with the cafe header mounts all the heat shields, which I don't really care for. And it's very close to my swing arm, unlike the Z900 that they're discontinuing. I mean, it's right on it. Because as soon as you adjust the suspension, the swing arm goes down, right? Like more droop. And so what I've done is not sponsored, I spent the money. I just bought and got in a brand new Black Widow header, and I'm going to show you that in a second. And we'll be doing a test fit with that, and I'll show you just what my opinion of both headers. I have nothing to gain here. I'm not going to sell either one because of this new, what's going on. Like I said, the crackdown. So anyway, let's go over here, and I'll show you the Black Widow header that I just got in from the UK. All right? Be right back. Okay, I'm over near the workbench just admiring my, what is that anyway? That's my 1428 Pro Mod / Pro Street motor that's ready to go on my old restoration drag bike. And that's my 1250 motor. There's my number plate from back in the day. Top Fuel number 1. Anyway, so here is, I'm going to do some of this by myself. So here's what I paid for this. That's another thing about the Black Widow, they're very reasonable. What was it? $409 for the front header system, shipped from the UK here to Nevada on eBay. And then they charge you a tax. I think it was about Nevada tax. It was, I don't know, $30 or something. It was about $440 or something to my door. So here's the parts. I just assembled these. This is your front two collectors. They're all numbered, just like the Lextek was. Here's your exit collector. So it's a 4-into-2-into-1. You know, not a basic 4-into-1. And then this is your exit tube. Goes on the collector here. The O2 sensor, bung. All the welds are really Sano, just like the Lextek. Beautiful. Okay, but this is opposite. This goes on like this, so it's to the left side. So you have to pull down the O2 wire from where it plugs up with the harness, most likely, and reroute it across your cross tube of the frame, and then the O2 is going to go on that side. Okay. Then I ordered the one that also has the little extra connector tube. What I'm almost positive that this header does without this tube on it, if you already have a slip-on that fits your stock muffler, like I'm going to carry, it would slide right on here and you can clamp it right on here. Okay? If you're going to buy it and put, say, a Holeshot muffler on this, which I could sell you a replacement muffler, it would mount on here. Now this is a hair over 2 inch, so it's 51.5, I think, millimeters. So if you got a snout that's, you may have to swell up the snout just a smidgen, like a millimeter. My muffler won't slide over this without me playing with it just a hair. I mean, it's just minimal, like 1 millimeter, no big deal. Okay, and then there's your header tubes. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, one thing, and then this is if you weren't going to run the O2 at all for the racetrack. Here's a plug that goes in here to plug it off. The threaded bung is ready for your O2 to still run the O2. Okay, it's all spring mount, just like the Lextek. Comes with 4 new exhaust gaskets. Comes with the springs with the little rubber covers. Comes with another mounting hardware kit that mounts things up under the bike. Okay, we'll find about all that, what that does when I try to put it on the bike. Machine spacer of some sort. And a nylon tie. They put 1 nylon tie in here, and that's obviously to reroute your O2 wire across the rear lower frame tube. I'd probably add 1 more if I were you. And then they put this super putty, fire fire gum. I put a little on my finger, and it's kind of like, I guess, a high temp Yamabond, which is more of a rubberized sealer, which I like better than that comes in the Lextek. They had this other sealant that was in there that almost was like cement. So this would probably work fine. I use my high temp black Velcro silicone seal that we sell. But I'll try this out and I'll let you know how I like it, because it comes with the pipe. You don't have to buy anything, maybe. Okay, one thing that is definitely better on the Lextek is the finish. So this is still fairly smooth, but it's still a brushed finish. And it's 304 stainless. Who knows on either of these if it's a pure 304. You know, they say this header's made in the UK. I'm not positive. I know they prototype them there. Maybe they do make them there. Whatever. Anyway, but this surface is still a very fine brush surface, which looks nice now, but you really have to take care of it when it's like this. You'll have to polish it all the time and maintain it, or this will not only tarnish and turn gold, but it'll start looking all, you know, blotchy and discolored in spots. We'll see how it goes, but that's been my experience with a brushed system versus, let's go over to the Lextek. I have a light on now, so it kind of makes it shiny, you know, brighter. But see, the Lextek is the next thing, what you would call a, either a sisal polish or color buffed. Color buffed is like a mirror. This is almost close to that. So when you take stainless and you do it like this, it closes the pores up in the metal more, and it'll turn more gold, like my header here has already a little bit starting to. But I take care of it. After every ride, I go over it with a little bit of metal polish and just lightly go over it with a brand new microfiber cloth. And you know, it stays like that, or it will turn gold without turning as blotchy. Still can tarnish, but most of the time they don't. So there's the Lextek here with the O2 in the regular spot. This is the Z900. Remember, I was going to maybe make a new one and tuck it up a little more. But anyway, this one's discontinued. Their other one, when I adjusted the suspension with the proper seg, is just right touching the swing arm. So we'll see what the Black Widow does. Hopefully, with the suspension adjusted, the Black Widow still gives me, you know, I hope there's some clearance there, a 1/4 inch or whatever. We'll find out. But the one advantage I think the Black Widow does have is the fact that you can order it with this other tube, and it doesn't have all the heat shield garbage on it as far as the mid pipe. I hate that. So we'll see. I may send this off to my polisher and have him make it look like that, or I may send it down to the company that does my ceramic coating, kind of like Jet Hot. But I think at first I'll just put it on and run it, and I'll just maintain it just by hand, and let's see how it lasts. You know, it's not going to fall apart. It's not going to rust. It's going to start looking shitty. So if that's the case, then the end of the riding season, I'll pull it off and have it all polished and everything. So, but anyway, let me grab one of these. I don't want to take it apart, but I want to show you the workmanship here. It's very nice. Got it up against the light. Yeah, can you see in there? Is it too bright? Probably too bright. But anyway, the collectors are nice and smooth. No welds hanging down. Very nicely finished merge collectors. I mean, really nice. The Lextek was close to this, though. Still pretty damn good. But I think this is a little cleaner. Little bit cleaner. I don't know if you can see that, but it's good. See all the weld beads? Spring mounts are nice, 2 little tabs. They don't weld all the way around like we do with my headers, but it doesn't really matter. Pretty nice, huh? Let me get a close-up of this. Again, here's your weld beads all the way around the O2 bung. Okay. I'll tell you one thing, you want to polish this up and not have any handprints on it when you fire that motor up or oil. They'll be there for life. Flanges are nice. I like the flanges that have the little lip on them. Even though they're fairly thin, that adds more strength and they won't warp when you snug them down. They have this on there so it doesn't slide around. I wish people would, like on my headers, I'd weld a little bump on here, just a clean little bump. And that way the thing doesn't fall down, a pain in the ass when you're trying to put it on. It's still easy pipe to put together, I'm sure. Now let's come over here and I'll show you how close these are. It's almost like these companies in the UK. I got to sit on a little chair or something. I have a broken foot. I'm hobbling. It's getting better, but man, I got a couple months to go. So I'm just holding the camera on the tripod, so hopefully it's not too squirrely. I want to show you something. So here, yeah, this is number four, right? Oh, my camera's all over the place. I'm sorry. Here's number 4. This is 4. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it, hold it up there, and I want you to look. Look at the collector. I swear to God, it's almost in the exact same spot. So these headers, the collector and the length of the collectors and all that are almost identical. That means they're going to make super close to the same power. It's all going to get down to what muffler you put on the back, what core's in the muffler, how long the muffler is, how to change it slightly, you know. I already did a lot of dyno testing with that. Now, this header does have a step design here. So the Lextek is slightly smaller diameter coming out of the port up in this area, and then you can see the little step right here with the cone. That's pretty trick. Whether it does anything, who the hell knows for sure. This header is all the same diameter. It's like they're going to have it in millimeters, but to me it looks like 1.5 inches, which should also work fine. I'm not going to test both headers. I'm going to put the I already tested this, but with the tune, I'm not going back and forth. I swear to God, it'd be within 1 horsepower either way. So if the Black Widow fits better, tucks up better, offers clearance to the swing arm, or I have to barely do a little mod, that's the one I'm going to run. So, and then we'll see how my muffler bolts up and all that stuff. So, anyway, now I have to try to stand up. So that's it. It also comes with a couple decals. It comes with a little lanyard. Big deal, going to the races or something. It's got pretty nice instructions. Part number, kind of how to remove your stock one. The parts laid out of what comes in the kit, or what's supposed to be in it anyway. And then it goes into starting the install. It's kind of vague, but at least it got some pictures. Shows the O2 on the other side. It mentions it, how to route the wire across the frame tube, blah, blah, blah. And then this is my Holeshot Performance release form, which is releasing the liability that you are aware that you are using all these parts for close course only, and you're acknowledging that fact. So anyway, that's it for this video. We will decide what we're going to do on the tuner and so on, and or a reflash. And the next video I'll kind of go over that. I'll probably pull the tank off, start on that kind of stuff, and maybe I'll do a little video and I'll tell you which direction I'm going at that point, whether it's a reflash or I might still use my tuner on this project. I'm just not going to sell it. But it'd be kind of neat if I did a reflash, because that's the one you could go get, you know. So, all right, guys. Well, take care. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. And make sure you sign that petition on the SEMA website, the RPM Act. We all need to get involved. Thanks a lot. Take care.